Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Read With Me. I am your host, Kelly Michelle. This channel focuses on reading together separately. So I will choose a book, I'll introduce the book the previous month, and we will read that book together throughout the month. And then every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I will post my takeaways and thoughts from the assigned chapter or chapters that we read together. And the goal is to finish 12 books by the end of the year. And so for the month of May, we have been working through Daring Greatly by Brene Brown. And so last time I went over the first half of chapter 3, pages 62 through 86. And today I will be going over part 2, which is pages 87 through 111. And so chapter 3, as a reminder, is titled Understanding and Combating Shame. So here are my takeaways for part 2, pages 87 through 111 of this chapter. But before I get into my takeaways, just a quick reminder that this channel is not focusing on trying to teach this book or presenting these concepts as my own. I'm just simply sharing with you my thoughts and takeaways from the chapter, in this case, just part 2 of chapter 3 that we read together. So here we go. Part 2, Understanding and Combating Shame. Number 1, what amplifies shame is we're expected to be perfect, yet we're not allowed to look as if we're working for it. And I'm definitely going to come back to that one. Number 2, shame for me, pressure of living under the message, do not be perceived as weak. And actually what I meant to say is shame for men, because in this particular chapter, she broke down what shame looks like for men and what shame looks like for women and how it looks different. And I want to encourage you to dive into the chapter so that you can really understand the differences. But specifically talking about shame for men, that it presents itself in a way of pressure. And the pressure message that they receive is do not be perceived as weak. Number 3, when men feel inadequate, their response is normally anger or shutting down. Number 4, we are hard on others because we are hard on ourselves. I think that is such a true statement. Number 5, we judge others in areas where we're vulnerable to shame. And number 6, there is no intimacy without vulnerability. And as I already mentioned, I wanted to go back over and talk a little bit more about the first point, which was what amplifies shame is we're expected to be perfect, yet we're not allowed to look as if we're working for it. And if I remember correctly, the example in the book was specifically talking about women and how for so many women, we have so many responsibilities. We work outside the home, we're a wife, we're a mother, we have, maybe parents to take care of, siblings also to, have relationships with extended family, outside responsibilities. Your child has extracurricular activities. You gotta cook, you gotta clean. And like I said, you have a full-time job and you have your own things that you enjoy doing outside of all the things that I just named. And so it was just talking about how there can be pressure for a woman to be perfect and not look like it's not hard to do. That you present yourself as all made up every day, all the time, that you're not stressed out, that you're not overwhelmed, that you're not having a difficult time, that you're expected to look like you're not working for this at all, but that it just comes naturally. And believe me, I definitely have experienced some of those things that I just mentioned. And so I really want to encourage you to read the second part of chapter 3, where it really breaks down the different genders, the different, how it's different for men and women when it comes to shame and how it identifies in our life differently. And so next time, I'm going to be going over chapter 4, and chapter 4 is a chapter that I'm going to be breaking up into 2 sections. And so let me see. Yes, chapter 4, I will be breaking up into 2 sections, and I will be first going over, so let me go back a little bit. Chapter 4 starts on 112. So I will be going through 112 through 145, and then I will be going over 146 through 171 for the second part of chapter 4. So again, 112 through 145 for the first part of chapter 4, then 146 through 171 for the second part of chapter 4. Before I leave you, I just want to encourage you with just a couple of things. Please take some time to read today, to sharpen your mind, to read a great story. If you are enjoying this channel, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And please subscribe. Subscribe for sure, but please comment. I would love to hear from you. I want to hear your thoughts about chapter 3 and your thoughts in regards to the research that she's done in comparing men and women and how they function and how shame shows up in their life. I really want this YouTube channel to grow. So please invite someone to join us. Thank you so much for joining me today. And until next time, happy reading.